Well, apparently President Trump has every resource that he is going to get as far as the Secret Service is concerned. Today I'm going to tell you those remarks by Ronald Rowe and exactly what I think he means here. And I'm also going to tell you what a whistleblower said about the exact spot where the would-be assassin was and what the Secret Service already knew about Trump International. I'm going to fill you in on all of this, and of course I'm going to give you my strong opinion mixed with facts here. I want to hear your opinion though as well after the video. If you agree, if you disagree, let me know what you think down below. If you like what I do, consider subscribing. Let's go and get into it. So let's talk about these comments from Ronald Rowe. First of all, what he's saying on the surface is, hey, President Trump has all of the detail that he is going to get. He's basically no different than the sitting president now. If you look at Mar-a-Lago now, that protection level is no different than 2017 or 2018, 2019 or 2020 when President Trump was actually in office. He goes on to say that the off-record event, this being the golf course that Trump was at, this was unplanned. It wasn't on his official schedule. And because of that, essentially, either it's Trump's fault or they were only able to do so much with the limited resources and the limited amount of time that they had to prepare for this event. But their protocols, their multi-layered protocols that were put in place actually worked. Now, what I see is a eagle-eyed counter sniper who is absolutely 100% thwarted a national tragedy, to be quite honest with you, and it could even go further than that. Now, in my opinion, this guy 100% should receive a frickin' medal, just like the counter sniper at Butler that took the shot within seconds, right? These guys on the ground, they can only do what they can do, right? We're not talking about site managers. We're not talking about the planners. We're not talking about the upper level management at the Secret Service. These guys on the ground are amazing, right? To see a barrel sticking out of a chain link fence up against a heavily brushed area, that's really impressive. No matter if he saw the shirt or the barrel, that's impressive either way. So, yes, he's right. That protocol did work, but you were highly dependent upon this eagle-eyed counter sniper. What if he didn't see him? What about the other resources that could have been there? They talked about unmanned aerial surveillance. What about the helicopters Ronald Rowe talked about? You're telling me with all of that technology, and I would assume some kind of thermal technology, that you didn't see a man camped out in the bushes for 12 hours. We're not talking about a guy that just showed up. We're talking about the guy that was camped out with food, water, a gun, a GoPro, and a little makeshift freaking barriers in case he were to get shot back at. Now, fortunately, the guy was a freaking coward. He did not return fire, and he left and he got arrested, pink shirt and all. But Ron Rowe, of course, rightfully so, praises the counter snipers, but he also praises the plan. How many unofficial or off-the-record plans do other presidents have, right? And you got to understand that President Trump is at a even higher level. So if you say you're using a chopper, if you say you're using unmanned aerial surveillance, it clearly is not enough. It didn't work because the perimeter, once again, was unsealed. Now, I don't trust this guy. You probably have already noticed that. And one of the biggest things that came out this past week was the Secret Service actually told local counter snipers, local teams that they work with on a regular basis, that they were going to take care of the AGR building. And we found out that, of course, was not true. They did not do that. And they put the blame on local there for a while. So until we start getting information from whistleblowers who are courageous enough to stand up and give us real information, I don't know what to believe with this guy. And that's why I really don't trust him. So if these resources are as good as President Trump is going to get, then I stand by 100% the things that I'm going to tell you in a future video that's coming out in probably just a couple days from this one. President Trump 100% needs to hire his own security detail along with Secret Service, because they either don't know how to utilize those resources correctly, they're not giving them good enough resources, or whoever the site planner and managers are don't know what the hell to do with perimeters, because it's obvious that the perimeters suck. They're just, it's way too close. You're able to get way too close to a sitting president with firearms, apparently. And when you have these psychopaths that are indoctrinated, these are the situations you get. The other thing I want to talk about is the whistleblower that talked about Trump International. He said he has worked with Trump in the past on his security detail at Trump International, and this site where the would-be assassin was spotted was a known threat. Now, this area right here is actually adjacent to a public street, and there is essentially a hole in the bush right there, and then a chain link fence that separates you from the outside. Not a privacy fence, not an area laced with cameras everywhere and security, but an open hole in the bush, an area where this guy was able to camp out for 12 hours, was a known security threat well before this event took place. And yet nobody checked it, nobody scanned it, none of their technology was able to pick up on this guy that was there for half a day or more. It is insane. My opinion that along with Kim Cheadle, Ronald Rose should be filling out new applications as well, because I really don't trust his word. I have no reason, I don't think any of us do, to really trust what this guy says, because obviously he's standing up for his guys, and I can appreciate that. I feel like he is very, he seems very forthcoming, but then when new information comes out, we then find out that he's not as forthcoming as he likes to put out there. And again, we've gotten new information more from Senator Hawley and Grassley than what we've gotten from the director, the acting director of the Secret Service. I don't think this guy is any good. I think he should be out there looking for freaking jobs, just like Kim Cheadle is. And I think President Trump needs to hire his own security detail. You got tens of thousands of people out here that freaking love you, Trump. If he were to ever see this, they freaking love you. Hell, considering the job that these guys are doing, watching perimeters and stuff, I would probably be a better site manager to do that job. Just hit me up in an email, Trump, because apparently these people do not know what they're doing, or they don't know how to utilize the resources that they have. Again, nothing against the guys on the ground that are actually doing a fantastic job with what they have and the plan they have. This is all at the top, and these people putting these plans in place. It is terrible. So there you go, man. There's my opinion on this one, and I want to hear yours after the video. No matter if you agree or disagree, let me know what you think down below. If you like what I do, consider subscribing. See you in the next one, and as always, holding down.